two bodies.
It really feels like I'm stuck in a big nightmare.
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
My two oldest daughters, they're old enough now to where they ask me every weekend, Daddy, you gonna work on the weekend? Like when I was coming into work today, my oldest looked at me and she goes, Daddy, you gotta go to work. And I was like, yeah, Daddy's gotta go to work.
Corporal Christopher Limber, a Georgia native, worked in the burglary and robbery units before joining homicide a year and a half ago.
My main concern when they're older is, the whole dating aspect. I mean, I'm not by any means an intimidating person, but I gotta come up with some really good ideas to scare the out of some people. What's up?
So, supposedly the two victims in here are brothers.
Okay.
The victim's mom's was here when we got here. She was in the driveway and hysterical. One of our victims is on the couch, and then in the back bedroom on the right.
Okay. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna say this is the younger guy. Which is Christopher.
21-year-old Christopher Smith, known as CJ, was a high school graduate and the youngest of 6.
Hit that like button, that subscribe button.
CJ enjoyed vlogging with his girlfriend on their YouTube channel and was planning to propose.
It looks like he could have been sleeping.
I mean, it was like they just came in and just went.
CJ was shot once in the top of his head.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's still cuddled
Never
up.
woke up.
In the bedroom,
I'm assuming that's Darius.
Yeah.
CJ's older brother, 28-year-old Darius Miles Jr., was a truck driver and had a side job fixing cars. Darius had 4 children and shared custody with their 3 mothers.
Does he have multiples? Yeah, he's got multiple.
Darius was shot 4 times in his arm, leg, chest, and head.
We got a projectile over here. And casings.
Mm-hmm.
One here in this basket, one here in this basket.
They only find 3 .40 caliber casings.
There's a wallet right here on the post.
Victim had 800 bucks as well.
That phone that's right there, I'll take that.
They recovered Darius's cell phone.
Looks like both of these guys were asleep.
Yeah.
He might have been the first one to take it and hit up there. And he for 8 rounds.
With Darius, it's his person. I think it was isolated towards him.
Oh, he's definitely gone. As many times as he was shot.
What about the children?
None of the kids were staying last night.
I mean, nothing's stolen, nothing's out of place. There was no forced entry. It's gotta be domestic.
Three and a half hours in,
Did your guys do like a canvas of the area?
We talked to all the neighbors that were around. Everyone that we talked to said we were inside. We didn't hear anything or see anything.
Okay. Let me go talk to Mom and see if they have anything to provide. So all the next of kin's here for them?
The top of the hill.
I'm Corporal Limber with Gwinnett County Police Homicide, okay? I'm the one that's handling the case.
Limber speaks to Darius and CJ's mother and sisters.
It's cold in there. It feels like death. It's dark. It was just silent. When I came in, I had to unlock both the locks. So he gave me a spare key.
The front door, everything was locked up.
Yes, everything locked. The only access point was the garage that had the code to. And she knows that passcode.
According to the victim's sister, Darius's ex-girlfriend, the mother of 2 of his children, knows the code to the garage.
Since the history of that relationship has been trouble. And I know y'all got documented else's.
How long were they together?
They were together on and off. The oldest kid that they have together is about 3. So about 3 years on and off.
Okay. What about the children?
They don't
They
live here.
live
Okay.
with her.
Monica, she came over here trying to fight him. We called the police. She lied to the police and told the police he tried to fight her. My son don't hit women. My other son that she killed is the one that helped put her out the house. She knew the code to the garage. That's how she was able to get in to Monica.
So she was the last person basically to start any trouble with any one of your sons?
She's the only person.
Okay, and she knows the code to get into the garage?
And he called me last night at 9:08 and said, pray for me because I'm about to tell her I can't with her no more. That was at 9:08 last night. And then she's not here. Like, you're the only one.
He got 3 baby mamas. All the baby mamas came here. She the only one not here at this crime scene.
We've got to go talk to her. There's a lot of things pointing towards the girlfriend, trying to keep an open mind about everything. But no forced entry into the home. She's the only one who has the code to the garage. Again, Darius has multiple gunshot wounds. Chris has 1. You know, it's a passionate killing.
Upstairs windows up.
Hey, how's it going?
Are you the sister? I'm the lawyer. I'm trying to understand why they're saying she's involved.
Well, we won't find out that rule too. We don't know. And so that's why we came over here to talk to her.
Give me a second.
Yep, no problem.
Well, she needed a lawyer.
We can actually just sit right outside on the front porch if that's okay.
Darius's ex-girlfriend agrees to talk.
Let's just start it. When was the last time you saw Chris or Darius?
Well, he came over my house last night. Darius, my
Okay.
children's dad.
Okay.
He got there, what was it, 12 maybe? We hung out in his car. Went to the QT down the street. Got Sprite, candy. Came back to my house. And hung out. Drunk a little bit. And that was it. Didn't leave till 3 a.m. Whatever happened after that, I don't know.
Okay. When y'all were in the car, what did y'all talk about?
Us.
Relationship-wise? What kind of relationship did y'all have?
I mean, we didn't have a good one. We just argue a lot because we have a lot of differences. And at this point in time, we're taking a little break.
Okay. What was your relationship with CJ?
I mean, we were cool. Darius, his family, they don't know what they're talking about and they're upset right now. I don't know why they would even. I have 2 kids by this man,
Right.
babies. He helps me with them.
Right.
Do you know how vital that is for a mother? Why would I give that away? Like, seriously.
All right. If we have any other further questions, I'll give you a call. Yeah, have a good night. On the way back, I'm gonna check for cameras because there has to be.
I'm right near the Quick Trip. I can go do that.
The team wants to see if surveillance video from the convenience store corroborates the ex-girlfriend's story.
All right, cool. She's the last one to see him alive. That's my biggest issue. She's the last one to talk to him. You know, cases like this. I try not to put all my eggs in one basket, but I mean, you kind of have to go where the smell is.
The following morning,
We followed up with Quick Trip. We got some still images from their video surveillance footage. She said they were hanging out in Darius's car, and at some point they decided to drive down to the Quick Trip. Video surveillance footage shows Darius inside the store. The footage from outside shows his vehicle, and it shows 2 people in the car. So everything is matching up to what she had to say. She says that he leaves around 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the family wasn't able to get in touch with Darius or CJ starting at around 7 that morning.
narrowing the time of the murders to between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m.
We haven't discarded her as a potential suspect, but we're also going to have to keep an open mind and look in another direction.
Then,
Hey,
Darius and CJ's mom reaches out to Limber
okay.
with additional leads.
All right, thank you. All right, you too.
So Darius's ex-girlfriend has 3 kids by basically 3 different fathers. One father got into beef with Darius back in December and January because Darius punished the son and beat him with a belt. So that guy came up to Darius's house and said, "I'm going to come back," is what the mom said.
Okay.
The other guy, Walter and Darius are childhood friends, and they've had recently a volatile relationship as friends.
What's the beef? What are they arguing about?
They used to be roommates. Walter lived with the victims for a period of time, but something happened to where he does not live there.
So it would stand to reason he would maybe know the garage code.
Yeah. The mother gave us the phone number for Walter. His last name was Walter Hill. He has a car. Let's see what we get.
Corporal Douglas Loomis runs Walter's license plate number to see if it's popped up on Gwinnett County's flock cameras.
Yeah, that's Walter's car. He was captured on the interstate camera, license plate reader.
His car was seen on the interstate the morning of the murders.
So his car is I-20 in Carroll County at 5:30 yesterday morning.
Out of state?
Yeah, like going towards Alabama.
That's interesting.
"28-year-old Walter Hill played varsity wingback for his high school football team before becoming a security guard. He has 3 children with his high school sweetheart.
Right now, I'm gonna go talk with the family. I'll be right back. We're gonna go to the victim's mother's house, basically to find out more information. Everything she's given me has cooperated, and we discovered some camera footage.
Limber updates the family on Darius's ex-girlfriend.
There's nothing I can really do to show that she was there at that point. So we don't want to keep it focused on her and missed something. Okay? The other thing too is Walter. He's kind of piqued my interest a little. Tell me about Walter.
Walter was always here.
She says that Walter and Darius went to high school together, but became close over the past year.
We'll have Sunday dinner, we play cards.
I'm bringing Walter here. I'm bringing Walter here.
Okay, so what has Walter and Darius, what have they fought about?
I do know that Walter was there staying for a few weeks. My son, he paid bills and he wanted somebody that was going to pay bills and not just be there.
Right.
I didn't think about that till after I got off the phone with you and I said, where's Walter? Because everybody that went to school with him is here. They're in the backyard.
Right.
But Walter, I knew something wasn't right because he hadn't reached out to me. And that's not like him.
Well, a mother's intuition is better than anybody's intuition. Now, the people that I want to focus on are the people who know the layout of the house and the garage door code. We know the girlfriend had a code. Obviously, CJ, Darius, they had the code.
And Walter.
And Walter.
I have the key to my brother's house. I don't have the code to his garage though.
This case, we know that it's motivated towards Darius. Somebody who stayed there and who knows the two did this. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I can solve it. I'm not going to give you a false promise. But I'm going to focus on, obviously, Walter. Call me, okay? I think I should call him and just be like, hey, Walter, what's up, buddy? You know your friends were killed? What were you last night? Like, what were you doing? Like, where you at? You want to come and talk to me?
Please leave your message for
Walt.
Hey, Walt, it's Corporal Leonard with Gwinnett County Police Department. If you could give me a call back. Thanks, bud.
Minutes later,
Please leave your message for
Walt.
He cut his phone off.
Lindbergh checks for activity on Walter's social media.
He turned his Facebook off. So not only did he cut his phone off, but he got rid of his Facebook. A little suspicious. It appears that Walter is becoming a suspect in this case right now. Dormany went out to collect video.
Detectives will search Darius's block for surveillance cameras in hopes that the suspect was caught on video.
So, see what we can get. I mean, we'll get more tomorrow. Hour and a half of sleep. So maybe we'll get some sleep tonight.
With the clock winding down,
If you're looking at the victim's house, this is the house to the right.
detectives recover surveillance video from Darius's neighbors.
Their front door and their garage is right here. Creeping across. Light comes on. That's at 3:39. Motion light.
20 minutes after the suspect first appears.
Right there. Runs across. That's right about for you.
Just moments later,
Right here is the car. Leaving right after the suspect is seen running away from the house.
That's our suspect vehicle.
Between 339 and 405 goes into the house and then leaves. Let's see, it's too blurry.
Loomis pulls up the video from another neighbor's house.
Here it comes. Frame by frame. Let's zoom in a little bit. Kinda looks blue to me.
Walter's car on vlog's dark blue.
I believe it's probably gonna be the Walter guy. But you can't tell by the video if it's a male or female.
Please leave your message for
Walt.
Walter. He is just completely dropped off the face of the planet. Everything right now is pointing towards Walter. But Walter was good friends with Darius. We just don't know the motive for him to go kill his childhood friend. It's very boggling.
In the first 48, Gwinnett County Homicide responded to the double murder of Darius Miles and his brother, Christopher C.J. Smith, shot dead while asleep. Learned Darius's ex-girlfriend knows the passcode to the garage, but that her alibi checks out. Discovered Darius had a falling out with a friend, Walter Hill, who also knows the passcode to the garage. And found images of a car that looks like Walter's speeding from the crime scene the night of the murders. One week later.
Okay. All right, thank you. Take care. So I was talking to Darius's mom. I said if Walter may be behind on this, what do you think his motive would be? And without skipping a beat, she goes, jealousy. I was like, really, jealousy? She goes, yeah, I've been thinking about it.
According to the mom, Walter's longtime girlfriend and mother of his 3 children broke things off with Walter 6 months ago.
She said he kind of went into some depression. She said after they broke up, he would frequent Darius's house. She goes, every time he would come over, he would say, I wish I had what you had. I wish I had the family you had. The money, the friends.
So he goes over and smokes these 2 guys because he's jealous potentially of Darius.
Because they have.
What about his brother? Is he jealous of him?
I think he was just there.
Come on, man.
There's something right there.
It's not jealousy. You don't smoke 2 guys over jealousy.
Who knows? Somebody that's depressed like that.
Yeah.
It at least paints more of the picture.
You go over there and talk to him.
Limber reaches out to Walter's ex-girlfriend, hoping she knows where to find him.
I think he was saying that he was on hold for a job. And he said he was his number.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Bye. I'm gonna try to reach out. It's a second phone number.
Please leave your message for
Incognito Investigations.
Hey, this is Detective Limber with Gwinnett County Police Department. This message is for Walter. If you could, give me a call back. Thanks.
Minutes later.
Detective Limber.
Hello, this is Walter Hill. You gave me a call.
Hey, Walter. First of all, do you know why I'm calling?
I think I've heard about Darius.
Yeah, Darius and his brother. So what have you heard so far? Have you talked to anybody about it?
I've talked to a couple friends about it, but not nothing in depth. You know, giving their condolences and saying that he got shot while he was in his home. And then they were telling me about the funeral, which I missed. So.
Okay. Why did you miss it?
I'm out of town right now. I'm in Texas and doing some work with a client.
All right. So, what were you doing like the day? I guess the weekend of the homicide, on the 28th.
The 28th, last month, March.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Let me check my schedule. Yeah, I was working security. Marietta and a place called.
He gives the name of a business an hour's drive from Darius and CJ's home.
Okay. And what were the hours that you were working in security?
Those from 7 to 7, 7 a.m., 7 p.m.
Okay. And then after that, did you go anywhere?
I went to a hotel. 9 p.m. in
Okay, so Saturday night, after you get off work, did you go straight to your hotel?
Actually, yeah. I actually went straight to the hotel that night.
Okay. Do you remember what time you got up Sunday morning?
It was around 5:30.
Okay. What kind of car were you driving?
Volkswagen. It's blue.
Okay, gotcha. So what part of Texas are you out in?
I am out here in Houston. I do private security.
Houston
I have a couple friends that do that. They're armed. Do you carry anything?
No, not at the moment. The gun I actually had got stolen back in December.
What kind of gun was it?
It was a 40.
Okay. From what I've been hearing, you're friends with Darius, right?
Yeah, we were cool. We played cards on the weekends sometimes.
Did you live over there at any point in time?
No, I never lived over there.
Okay. So, what do you think happened?
Darius was a quiet, laid-back guy, and he minded his business, so I couldn't tell you.
All right, I appreciate it, man. You have a good night, okay?
All right, you too.
All right. I was actually shocked. I didn't think he would call me back. But he gave us a statement as to where he was allegedly at. And he also said that he had a gun stolen, which was a .40 caliber. Same type caliber that was used to kill the victim. So the next steps, he said that leading up to the homicide, he worked a job in Marietta. And then he stayed at the Knights Inn in Lilburn, which I have to go check on tomorrow. And I have to get warrants for cell phone data records to further solidify his location he was at.
1 week later.
We just picked up video from the Knights Inn where Walter was staying. Walter said he worked a off-duty job as a security officer in Marietta.
Walter claimed he went to the hotel when he got off his shift and stayed in his room until 5:30 in the morning.
So we'll see what the video shows.
There you go.
There's Walter. The time on the video right now is 4:20. And 4:20 is pretty consistent with the time that he would have left the homicide scene. It's about 20 minutes from Darius's house to the Knights Inn. So the timeline matches up to a T. Walter's going to his room. 6 minutes have elapsed. There he goes with his tote. I mean, he's moving with a purpose. 4:27. Looks like he's leaving in a hurry to get out of there.
Lying about the gun.
At 4:31, he's gone. And he's on the highway heading out west.
To Houston.
So it definitely is pointing in his direction of him being the suspect in the homicide. And once we get the phone records back, that's the only thing we're waiting for to take warrants out on him. So the victim's house right here, cell towers right here.
After a month of waiting for Walter's cell phone records to come back.
So his cell phone's hitting within this cone at the time of the homicide. You can see his movements going towards the victim's house, around the victim's house.
Oh, wow.
And it goes all the way back to the Knights Inn at the same time. That I have video of him taking all his stuff. And he's on his way out of Georgia at that point.
Yeah, because that was at 4:37.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. Thank you.
Got him. Spot him, got him.
I'm gonna go swear out 2 felony murder warrants for the victims, Darius Miles and Chris Smith.
Once a judge has signed the warrants, Limber will seek help from the U.S. Marshals in tracking Walter down.
Maybe when he's picked up, he'll tell us why he did it, because right now we don't really have a motive.
Got him.
We don't know why he went into the house and executed 2 of his friends. So last week, they were following up on the whereabouts of Walter, and we knew that he was in Texas for a pretty long time, and that's where they kind of started. And they located the vehicle.
2 weeks into their hunt for Walter, U.S. Marshals found his car abandoned at an apartment building where he was staying.
They ended up getting a search warrant out there to process the vehicle. Hello?
Yes, this is the Houston Forensic Science Center Crime Scene Unit. I just wanted to call and let you know that we finished that vehicle that's out here in our processing lot.
Inside the car, investigators recovered several blood samples. And
We came across a bag that contained 6 fired .40 caliber cartridge cases. We of course collected those.
Alrighty, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, bye. He ditched his car out in Houston. So, well, where is he right now?
Came back to Atlanta.
the team will keep eyes on Walter's apartment in Houston, as well as his family members' addresses in Georgia.
I mean, right now it's just a waiting game.
The next morning,
What did he say to you all?
He didn't have time to talk. We just grabbed him and left.
deputies from the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Unit spot Walter at his sister's house and bring him to homicide.
Why would you leave your stuff in Texas and come back out here? Maybe it's him trying to leave everything behind of what happened from the murder and start off fresh here. You know, it's almost like he's starting over, like he's kind of shed that skin and now he's evolving into something else.
Yep.
What's going on, Walter? I am Corporal in Gwinnett County, that's Corporal Living. Okay. What is your most current address, Walter?
Houston, Texas.
I came out here to be at my daughter's birthday party.
I want to know why I have a warrant. I honestly don't know what I'm here for.
So, just break it down to you two friends were murdered.
Okay.
You know who your two friends were?
Darius Miles
Mm-hmm.
and his brother.
CJ?
Yeah.
Okay. So March 28th, I know it's been a while.
Okay.
Where were you March 28th?
You asking me a question I can't recall, to be honest.
I talked to you back in May 4th. I talked to you. And during that initial conversation, you said you were at your motel and that when you get home from working security, you don't leave. There you are. Right there. There you are. You sat here and you lied to me. You said that you never left your hotel that night.
I didn't tell you that.
Yeah, you did. And clearly at 4:20 in the morning, you're packing your up to go through Alabama and all the way over to Texas. Besides your car, we can tell when your phone's turned on. It's amazing. And guess where that phone put you? Right there, at Darius's house. I'm not, man. I'm being straight up honest with you. And you own a .40 caliber handgun. You know what shell casings were recovered at that scene. They were .40 caliber. There was not one forced entry into that home, and you had to go to the garage door. I mean, Walter, what happened?
What the?
I have no idea. Did you just think you were going to get away with it?
I didn't do it.
Then tell us how you didn't do it or why you're not the person that's responsible. I'll tell you what, man, if I was in this room being accused of what we're talking about here, and I'd be screaming that I didn't do it. And I would do everything I could to prove to the detectives that it wasn't me. And you're just laid back in your chair, as calm as can be, cold, no remorse. Come on, man. You owe it to his family to at least explain it. This is a friend of yours.
His brother was shot execution style while he slept. His body was recovered in the sheets, like he was literally sleeping. He went to sleep and he never woke up. Darius saw who shot him.
We're just trying to figure out why. What was the falling out between you and Darius? What was the beef? There had to have been some reason as to why you would go in there and do this.
I had no beef. I didn't do anything.
Then why is the physical evidence putting you there?
I don't have time for it.
You got all the time in the world for this because you're going to be thinking about this for the rest of your life. We're just looking for the reasonable explanation. Darius, were you jealous of his life?
You don't have to tell us.
He had everything you did.
To come back.
He had a house. He had a job. He had friends. He took care of his kids. He had an income. And what did you have?
Nothing.
You had nothing. You had your 3 kids and you left your ass in October. And the only person that you had at that point was Darius and CJ.
Got nothing to say.
I can talk to a lawyer now.
Sure. You know, in order for somebody to come into the house and shoot your best friends like that, I mean, you got to be cold. And it's just, you know, the question always comes up, why? Why did you do it? All right, Walter. So you're being charged with the murder of Darius Miles and Chris Smith. You understand? 1 count of felony murder each, and then 1 count of aggravated. So you got 4 charges. All right? See you in court.
In a suburb 30 miles from Gwinnett County.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, I want to file a missing person report. My son has been missing ever since Thursday.
Okay, and he doesn't live with anybody?
He lives with his roommate.
And they haven't seen him since Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
The caller says that she's been trying to reach her son for 2 days.
What's his name?
Garcia Gaddis.
Okay, does he drive a vehicle?
He drives a red Dodge Ram 4-door. It's missing also.
And when you call him, he doesn't answer?
His phone is dead, and that's not like him.
The next day, in the Lawrenceville neighborhood,
Hey, sorry, good
a woman flags down a patrol officer to report a vehicle that's been abandoned on her street for 3 days.
This truck here?
Yeah. And it has liquid and stuff dripping out of the bottom. It's just weird.
Interesting.
It's just weird.
No, there's somebody in there.
What?
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
A body found in a quiet Gwinnett County neighborhood.
It is definitely a bizarre case. That's how neighbors are describing this situation.
Gwinnett County Police say when they arrived, they found a man dead in the back seat. Residents say while they believe it's an isolated incident, it's still concerning.
We don't know how he died. We don't know how this truck got here. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them.
So the truck was parked right here, facing into the neighborhood. When officers got here, they noticed there was a male, obviously deceased in the back. At first, they thought maybe it was a suicide. He climbed in the back seat of his truck, shot himself, and the gun was underneath him. But that did not turn out to be the case. No gun in the truck. They called our CSI, and I came out to respond around, I guess it was 4:30 in the afternoon.
After ruling out suicide as the cause of death, Gwinnett County Homicide took over the case.
Yeah, sounds good.
Corporal Ryan Jorstad will lead the investigation.
He appears to be the registered owner of the vehicle. His driver's license photo matches what he looks like. Her name is Garcia Gaddis.
39-year-old Garcia Gaddis was born and raised in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but moved to Georgia 9 years ago to work as a truck driver. He was an active member of a Baptist church and sang in the choir. Garcia is survived by his mother and 3 siblings.
He was also reported as a missing person by his mom.
Garcia lived 30 miles away in Sandy Springs.
He was kind of sitting in the back seat, but his head, his top part of his body was kind of down in the floorboard area.
We found 1 gunshot wound to the left side of his head, 1 shell casing.
CSI recovered a 9mm shell casing on the floor behind the driver's seat.
No gun, no wallet, no phone, and no car keys. So it almost seems like maybe he met somebody and it was a robbery gone bad.
Right now, we're just to go door to door, check with anybody, see if they saw any people or any kind of activity involving the truck over the past few days. Hey, how are you? There's a suspicious vehicle down the street. Do you know about it? The red pickup truck?
No.
My husband said he saw it 2 days ago.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you. Some are saying they heard a gunshot Thursday, but right now, no one's seen anybody around the truck.
We don't have a whole lot to go on. We'll go back to headquarters and see what we can do from there. It's a high percentage, that gets solved in the first 48 hours, and it seems like we're getting further and further from that. It's looking like he was probably murdered 72 hours ago. A little bit behind the curve. We're gonna try to use the phone number that was listed in the Sandy Springs missing persons report, see if it's active right now.
His phone's not with him in the car, but the phone company won't find the phone for us.
The phone company refused to provide location information for Garcia's phone.
His location would maybe lead us to a suspect.
The team will have to get a warrant for his cell phone records.
I'm thinking it's gotta be a meetup. He's like 40 miles from his house, late at night. That's what makes sense.
I already have mom's contact information and name, but not really something you want to do a phone.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out where she lives at.
Hey.
Jorstad gets a call from Corporal Brian Pearson.
All right, I'll head there now. All right, thank you. Pearson said the mom's at Central Precinct. So I'm gonna head over there.
She saw that a body was found in a red truck today on the news and wanted to know if it was her son.
It's just better to do it in person. To me, it's just more respectful.
You don't want some random person calling you and letting you know that your loved one has passed away.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Garcia and I spoke on the phone every day, 2 or 3 times a day. We were close. He was a humble young man. Everybody loved him. He touched everybody's heart. Last time I talked to him, he said he was going to do Uber and he was going to the gym. I said, be safe, love you. And that Friday, his job called and asked, have I heard from him? I say, something done happened. One of his co-workers had called me. They seen a red truck on the news. So we went to a precinct at Gwinnett County. The detective is at the precinct. That's when he gave me the news that Garcia had passed. It didn't hit me at first. It was shock, but then just a piece of me went with him. Just a piece of me left.
It's hard news to give, but I think she took it as well as she could. I have a feeling she kind of maybe expected this news. He's been living with his roommate for about 3 years, she said. His mom said that he was an Uber driver. So Pearson's gonna call Uber law enforcement and see if, we can't get his history and hopefully a last known pickup and drop off.
Very well could be someone that he picked up for an Uber.
Maybe that's the last person who saw him alive. Maybe that's our suspect. We're gonna try to talk to the roommate. Hopefully that'll point us in some kind of direction. Hey, I'm Detective Jorstad. This is Detective Dan. Would you mind if we come in and speak to y'all for a minute? Thank you. Do y'all know why we're here?
Yeah.
No, Garcia. He's no longer with us. Run through your timeline of when the last time.
I came in Thursday from the gym that he was taking a shower. I just hollered at him on my way to my room, and he hollered back. And then Friday morning, his mom called me, and she asked me if I had seen him. And I said, well, no. I said, I talked to him last night, but that was the last time we were here. She said that he didn't show up for work.
Any grudges, any drama that's come up recently?
I don't recall any drama.
His mom mentioned that he drives your Uber.
I know he'll do it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Considering it was a weeknight, I'm almost certain it was a
meetup.
Yeah. He was single, and I know he talked to guys a lot on the apps.
You don't happen to know the username he had for those apps? Do you use an email address?
I think email address.
You have email?
He gives them Garcia's email address.
Anything that y'all can think of, please give me a call.
Okay. Thank you.
He's saying he does utilize apps to meet up with guys. We got his email, so at least now I can type up court orders to send out to all of these apps to confirm if he has a account or not.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Uber just got back to us. They said they couldn't find any trips or rides associated with Garcia's phone number or tag.
Uber's records don't show Garcia giving anyone a ride on the day of his murder.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it.
So it's an app.
That just further solidifies the fact that this is going to be some sort of meetup, more than likely.
It's just so weird. It's a whodunit. As long as we can run all these leads into the ground, that's all we can do, really. Just keep moving forward. Hopefully, we'll get the app court orders back fast so we can see who he was talking to. And this is about as far as we're gonna get tonight.
"18 hours in,
Rand Flock. The victim's truck was seen on Roswell Road at Sandy Springs at 10:43 p.m. and it was in Gwinnett at 11:17
last Thursday night.
Yeah.
4 nights ago, license plate readers caught Garcia's truck driving into the neighborhood where his body was found.
This is where his truck was, right here. The flock camera has him coming in here.
So these are the last times cameras picked up his truck moving.
I'm thinking somewhere in that neighborhood is probably where he picked somebody up or met somebody. Maybe they drove over there to be a little secluded. And we need to start canvassing for any kind of ring camera, any surveillance footage.
I was looking on the map today, I saw the pool area, so hopefully they got like cameras or something.
Yeah.
The pool house is down the street from the crime scene.
Let's look corner. That camera's gonna be good because it's pointing out in the parking lot. I need to call the HOA company to figure out how to get access to the cameras. Do you want to start down there? Hi, ma'am. I'm Detective Jorstad. I'm just canvassing around to see if anybody had any surveillance cameras. Cool.
Hi, my name's Corporal Pearson, Gwinnett County Police. How are you?
My victim's car kind of drove through last Thursday. I wanted to see if your ring camera picked anything up.
No, we do.
Thank you. Nothing got captured.
Then,
Thanks, sir. Got him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's blurry.
Jorstad gets a potential lead from a doorbell camera.
The flock camera, you see the truck at 11:17 p.m. and at 11:32, see one dude come walking back in.
Seriously?
There he is. Coincidence? Could be, but I mean, if he's there meeting somebody, I'm thinking he pulls the neighborhood, calls him, texts him, hey, I'm here, and he comes out to meet him. it would make sense looking at how the neighborhood's laid out, that whoever he met them at the pool area. So he comes in this way. The pool's right here. You could easily just jumped in, turn left,
Then right,
and
park right there.
Yep. At 11:32, guy comes walking back up and is seen down here at this house, still going by.
That's the camera?
Yeah.
Do we know which house he goes to?
No, we haven't been able to figure that out yet. I need to call to see about the pool. Hey, this is Detective George Slade, Gwinnett County Homicide.
The Homeowners Association agrees to give detectives access to the pool house so they can download the surveillance video.
All right, thank you very much.
As the first 48 ticks away,
Wouldn't it be something if you see that red truck right here?
That's what I'm hoping. Here we go. All right. Front clubhouse and clubhouse left are gonna be the best. There he is. That's the truck. That's your guy. Blackmail dreads.
Timberland boots. This is unbelievable.
How tall? I'm gonna say almost 6 foot or more.
Yeah.
Not heavy set.
Looks like he's wearing a light gray or white hoodie.
Yeah.
Black pants.
Does that match the person that was seen walking back into the neighborhood? Yeah, that's him.
Where he goes after the homicide, I don't know. But to me, it means he is most likely local. I'm gonna clip some still photos and put a bolo out to internal agencies around us. Hope somebody recognizes him and calls in.
Good work, man. I mean,
We're getting there.
pretty huge, dude.
Yep.
in the first 48, Gwinnett Homicide responded to the murder of 39-year-old Garcia Gaddis, found shot in his truck. Pinpointed the time Garcia's truck arrived at the crime scene by checking license plate readers. Discovered video of a man walking from the direction of the crime scene minutes later. Found more video of the same man getting into Garcia's truck. And put out a bolo for the man, hoping to get him identified. 6 days go by without a lead.
So Friday, I signed all the court orders for all the different dating apps that Garcia was using. And Amy got one back from Tagged.
Jorstad gets Garcia's chat history from a dating app he used on the night of the murder.
Okay, that's interesting. So his last correspondence on October 21st, around 11:15, he's meeting somebody in front by the pool. Whoever this user is says, "What's good?" Garcia says, "Sup, sup." You trying to link? Garcia says, yeah. Garcia asks for a face pic or something. This user sends this picture. It's a black male, short link dreads.
Now, does he have a tag account name?
His is just other people have put in like a display name, but he hasn't. He sends the address, Cedar Drive, which is exactly where, that's near the pool area. Garcia, 40 minutes, okay. Come now, around 10:55, 15 minutes away. What you got on Daddy? Send a pic or video, LOL. So this is what he sends.
Was that the outfit he was wearing?
Yeah, that's what he was wearing. That was at 11:03 p.m. I'm pulling up, red Dodge Ram. You'll see me on your left by the pool. Wow, that's right at 11:16.
He had to be on the phone.
40 minutes later.
My analyst Amy did a workup on that user. That's the guy that sent the selfie picture.
The analyst ran the photo through facial recognition software and identified the man.
He's 30 years old. He definitely seems like he's going to be our suspect.
Where's he come back to?
McDonough. Yeah.
The man's address is more than 40 miles from Gwinnett.
You think it's him or you think you got catfish?
I think it's him. He's got some criminal history.
The man has prior convictions for embezzlement and larceny.
He's got a bunch of Facebooks. Oh, that's nice. Looks like a .22 caliber rifle. Hair's changed a little bit, but he could have done that after this. But this guy's definitely the last person to see him alive. It's probable that he's going to be the one who killed him. Seems like Tag gives good information, so hopefully they'll give me just as much with his account.
Jorstad will take out a warrant to get the suspect's account information from the dating app.
I think that's priority number one.
Later,
we got the tagged order back.
Detectives finally learned the identity of the person who was communicating with Garcia. And it's not the man in the photo.
I'm confident that this male is going to be my suspect. Mark Antonio White. He fits. He's got the shorter length dreads, skinny.
20-year-old Mark Antonio White was arrested in 2018 for armed robbery and kidnapping.
Wow, so his only criminal history is the kidnapping, armed robbery from Covington, and they no processed everything.
The charges were later dropped.
Every single charge. I don't know why. Just going through some of the messages, it's definitely looks like he was planning to rob somebody that night. He didn't use his actual name, he used Dash Money. He sent this same photo to several different people on the night of the 21st. Looks like almost 10 to 15 different people. He kind of runs through the same exact, where you at? I'm in Lawrenceville. You want to come to me? And then this Nina person communicates with him and he sends his actual photo. I think he sends the picture of himself to people he wants to hook up with. So to me, it looks like just the way he's communicating and sending this picture of a black male with dreads that looks very similar to him, that he was fishing for somebody to bite and to rob.
So it was a catfish.
It was a catfish.
Detectives now believe the suspect sent Garcia another man's photo to hide his identity.
Somehow that robbery turned into a murder.
So you live up there?
No, I can't find an address up here. But he sends that Cedar Drive address near the pool area to several different people. He's got to be up in the area.
Yeah.
Hopefully the IP address can put us at a house that he's using, the Wi-Fi or something.
Jorstad will get a warrant to find out what IP address White was using when he agreed to meet Garcia.
I feel like we're on the right track. It's just taking a lot longer than I'd like.
Four days later, while waiting for the IP address location.
Okay, that's interesting. When you run White, he's got an active warrant for his arrest at a college park.
Jorstad discovers Mark White has a warrant for an incident involving an ex-girlfriend 4 months ago.
I'm gonna just give White's ex-girlfriend a call. Hey, how's it going? This is Detective Jorstad, Gwinnett County Police.
Hey.
I was just calling, hope you can give me some information on Mark Antonio White. I know he's had an incident with you back in July.
Yeah. We was together for like a whole year before the incident, and I ended it. And it didn't end off real good on his end because he kept reaching out to me. Then he finally popped up at my home. So I asked him what he was doing in my home. We're not together. He was telling me to shut up. So when my mom came out the porch, he told her to shut up and he pulled out a gun. I just kept telling him to leave. He had the gun out towards my mom. He shot at the ground and he ended up leaving, but he came back, tried to shoot out my windshield. That's when I called the police. My mom, she found the bullets and put them in a Ziploc bag.
Do y'all still have those shell casings?
Yep. Yes, she kept them. She got them.
I'll come down tomorrow and pick those up for your mom. Do you happen to have like a phone number for him?
I don't. He's on like an app where he makes numbers.
Okay.
Every number I used to block, he'll make another one on the app.
Gotcha. Like what kind of hairstyle does Mark have now?
His dreads are shaved on the side, but when he wears it down, it looks like he has a head full of dreads.
Okay. I know you said he pulled out a gun. With the year that y'all dated, did you see him with a gun?
Of course.
Regularly?
Of course. He always have it on him. I'm talking about always. Don't go nowhere without it.
Have you ever heard him use Money Dash?
Yes, that's his nickname.
Okay. I really appreciate you taking my phone call, and it definitely helps out.
You're welcome.
This phone call to me confirms that he is the guy using the tag dating app. She says he's very reckless, he's always armed. So we'll go get those shell casings tomorrow, and hopefully there'll be a match to the shell casing found in the truck.
The next day,
brought those shell casings back.
Jorstad has recovered 3 9mm shell casings from the previous incident with White's ex-girlfriend.
Gave them to our CSI. They were able to scan them, and the shell casing from my homicide scene matched the shell casings from College Park. So the gun he used back in July to shoot at his ex-girlfriend and mom is the same gun he used to kill my victim, which is huge. This is interesting.
Info on White's IP address from the night of the murder is finally in.
The IP address he used is in that neighborhood. Cool. IP address. So, okay, here we go. He was evicted on November 8th, about 2 weeks after the homicide. Any evidence that that house is gone?
Four hours later,
The sheriff's emailed me a copy of the body camera footage from where they did the eviction.
Hey, sir. Different reinforce.
Hello.
No, sir. Sir, stay down here. No, come here. Come on.
There he is. And that's exactly how his ex-girlfriend says he has dreadlock style hair. Shaved on the sides.
Still in the house.
Those are the shoes he was wearing. Tan boots. Puts everything together.
That's awesome. That's really good help.
Now we just need to find him. We're planning to do a media release. Just let everyone know. Be on the lookout for him. Hopefully somebody will recognize him and turn him in.
the department releases White's name and photo to the media.
Currently, we have Mark Antonio White as a primary suspect. He is considered to be armed and dangerous.
Seven months later, with no leads on Mark White's whereabouts, Garcia's family searches for closure.
Garcia, he was a fun and loving person.
Anytime we had a gathering, it was always a Garcia hour.
Lord, he laying on the ground.
He was always, willing to bring everyone together just to have a good time.
He always was there when you need him. The big brother you always want.
It's really devastating. My son, life was taken for no reason. Shot him in the head, left him there. And I got to forgive. But I still want him to get justice. They got the man picture. They know who the young fella is. They say he armed and dangerous. They need to get him off the street.
Two months later.
What's the new development?
They were able to track down White. He's down in Atlanta.
The Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Unit believes White is at a house 40 miles away.
The fugitive unit, they have a truck with a camera in it watching the house. While it's a blurry image, it's clear as day, Mark. He's still got the dreads. Hopefully he's still there, and we close this case. You see him come out? All right. That's him. He's coming out of the house.
Spot him, got him.
Mark White is taken into custody and will be transported to homicide.
Finally.
Good, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it going? I'm Corporal Jorstad. I'm sure you already met Detective Corporal Pearson. Does this truck look familiar to you?
The truck from the TV?
Have you ever been inside this truck?
No.
Okay. I got surveillance video of you getting in this truck.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Come on, man.
Come on now.
So you're saying the first time you saw this truck was on the news,
with my picture,
with your picture and your name.
to another man picture.
I want you to tell me the truth, okay? This is from the deputy's body camera when they were evicting you. That's you.
Nah, that ain't me.
I don't even dress like this for number one.
He's dark skinned, and I'm brown skinned.
Mark.
No, I'm cool. I'm just saying, that's not.
Let me find another one. This one right here. You can't tell me that's not you.
Yeah, that's me.
Where did you post that picture?
Oh, on my tag account.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's talk about your tag account.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Do you use it to meet people or make friends with people or what?
Nah, I don't do that.
Where did you get this photo?
What you mean?
Money Dash.
Money Dash? Where account that is? I don't know.
What's this address right here?
Cedar Drive.
Yeah, Cedar Drive. So here's a map. The address you gave is right in this area here. This pool location, okay? I really want to know how things transpired with you and Garcia. I don't know if you know that's his name. That's Garcia Gaddis, the owner of that truck, the deceased. So I'm just looking for you to be honest and to explain what happened once you got picked up.
There's no way that I could have been in this place.
The tagged account that you were talking to Garcia with has IP addresses. The IP address that you were using comes back to the house right here where you were evicted from.
I can't
which
be
is
evicted
you
from somewhere that I've never been.
Okay, I get that's what you're saying. Does it ring a bell that you got into some kind of altercation with a female in College Park and ended up shooting off some rounds out of a gun? Those shell casings were collected.
Yeah.
We have a program called Ballistics IQ. So I got the shell casings from College Park, and I got the shell casing out of the back of this truck.
And they match.
It tells us they matched. Let me ask you this. Why did you shoot Garcia in the head?
I didn't, because I don't know Garcia. Certain things, it's just not true. And I'm not going to agree with it if it's not true.
Well, here's the
thing. I'm not going to sit here and look at you and be like, yeah, that's it. And yeah, that's it. No, that's not. And no, it's not.
Do you really think we're talking to the wrong person right now?
No, I'm Mark White. I'm the man that's on the TV that's been framed for this. Yeah.
You're not being framed at all.
This is your opportunity, Mark.
All right. What if someone said that they did that crime? You don't reduce time and like that, whether someone did that crime or not.
I can't say what a jury will do or what a judge won't do.
Searching the police were.
All right, I'm gonna tell you something. But first, I want to ask, how can I help myself in this situation? Because I'm a murder suspect, primary at that.
So all I can do is, by you telling the truth about everything that went down, it can show that you are remorseful what happened, that you didn't intend for it to happen the way it did. The judge can take that into consideration, your honesty, your remorse. I don't think you're a bad guy. I think something happened and something went wrong. But you're the only one that can explain that.
I didn't do it. I didn't do the tip.
You're being charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, armed robbery, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony.
I don't care what the charges are. Because the charges add up to a million things.
All right, Mark. If you'll stay that for me.
And I got some tapes of me performing at his comedy club, so there's been some overlapping. Ain't no slouch now.
You ain't nothing nowhere
I think I can hold my own.
Yeah. Some people will say Harvey has your cadence.
Well,
some people will say that Harvey has your cadence. That's your cadence.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so that's what I don't understand. Like,
Steve, my man. Steve, my man. You know, I saw him and Mark Curry arguing. Look, bros, when you came up in the same general time frame, you're gonna have some overlapping of things that you got in common. Mark Curry and Steve were going at it about a Halloween costume. Come on, man. All black folk, for the most part, made their Halloween costume. So, some of that stuff. But you know when you write something and you got your signature on it and somebody snatch it from you. Now, that has happened to me in some cases.
You even got a certain style, bro. What I'm saying is, when you deal with jokes, at least from the outside, me looking in, is like the packaging of the joke is just as important as the joke. And so your cadence, just how you just did now with the inflections and things of that nature, right? When you see someone like you coming up in that moment with Comic View and all that was going on, that was you, Harvey, all y'all was kind of in that same pot. That cadence is only, I don't know anyone else with that, but really you too. I don't know, I'm talking about where I can close my eyes and say, that rhythm, that's that rhythm. That's that DC rhythm. Like, do you ever think that? Do you ever feel that? Do you ever?
You trying to start some shit, man.
I ain't trying to start nothing, brother. You think I'm trying to start something? These are my real thoughts. Like, when I hear this, even when going back, just listening as I was driving down, I'm like, oh shit. Let me listen to Harvey. I put Harvey in. Now, what I would say is different was he would do a little more acting with it. But if you close your eyes, and this is only 2 or 3 bits that I saw, but if I close my eyes, I say that cadence belongs to DC.
Here you want me to say?
All right. Well, hey, we can move on. We can move on, but you know, I just wanted to ask you that.
Let me say something, just in case Steve see this. You know, he's had several problems with me. I'll tell you about a couple of them. We were doing a show in Memphis one time back in the day, and he had just gotten his toupee. And we were in the dressing room. There's a low ceiling, and they had a ceiling fan.
Scrubbed it out.
And I suggested he get out from under the ceiling fan before he snatched his toupee off. Now after that, he didn't speak to me for about 3 years.
Damn.
Another time, well, I ain't gonna tell that. But we've had just 2 or 3 run-outs. Another time, I was in Houston. He was at the Civic Center, I think it was. I was at a club. They edited an interview I did and made it seem as though I was saying, don't go see Steve, come see me. That ain't what I said. They cut it down and made it look like that.
Right.
But what I said was, you can go to see Steve at the arena, but it's gonna be hard to see him in that arena. I was talking about the intimacy of comedy clubs. And I said, I'll be at this club, and for what it's worth, Steve might sell out, but the club I was at said 250 people. I know I'm gonna sell out. I said something like that.
Yeah.
He took it and got on the radio after that and you know, tried to insult me, which he couldn't do. I got some tapes, man. Steve had a comedy club, you know. And I got some tapes of me performing at his comedy club, so there's been some overlapping, but you know.
And then for me, bro, in this game, because I take it personal, you know, me, and I don't know if it's the dog is in me. You seem like a player. You seem like a super cool player type nigga, so I don't take you to be sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
right.
you really had to. You can't hardly insult me.
Right. But with the money though, it's just like, yo, man, with the money, I don't know. Like I commend you for being so player about it. But I can't see, you know, certain things for me would be a little more visible in my arguments, right? Because I'd be saying,
Let me tell you something, man. When I talk about money, I like money like anybody else, right? It does not control me, brother. And, you know, for example, there's only so much shit you can buy. After that, you can buy bigger shit, more shit. You know, you can buy a house. And if you get a house, you can buy another house. But, I mean, there's only so much shit you can buy.
Right.
But if you compare yourself to somebody who's super, if you want to call it successful or whatever, if a man got a $50 million plane, $50 million jet, but I don't want one, I just made $50 million, relatively speaking. God bless Beyonce and Jay-Z. They bought a $200 million house. But in my mind, because of where I come from, you know what I could buy with $200 million? $200 million house.
Right.
I'd rather, I'm not shooting shit. God bless them what they did.
Right.
But I cannot imagine what a $200 million house is. There's some bitch on the moon or something.
Right. Well, where did you grow up at?
Southside Chicago.
Got that player on you, man.
Finger high.
It one of the,
wasn't scared of nothing back then. All my partners was gangsters.
Yes,
I
Lord.
go back now, I be scared to stop at a stop sign.
Yeah, man. Are you familiar with what just happened with Corey Holcomb and Donnell Rawlins?
Oh, that must be the other.
No. But I had Cookie Hull on my show. She basically was rebutting Kat's interview.
Right.
Cookie Hull used to work for him. She said she used to write for him. He said she didn't. I kind of believe that she did. But at any rate, and I'm trying to be careful now not throw nobody under the bus. But Corey Holcomb called me because he saw me basically interviewing her on my show, Disray.
Right.
And he called me because he finna go in on her. And Corey gangster, man. But I got to give him props for calling me. And
before he did that.
Before he did it, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Not getting my permission, but I like I brought her on, man. Hey, man, you say what you think. She said what she think. I didn't condemn it or condone it.
Yeah.
But I felt she had a right to say it, and it's a fact that she accompanied Kat in whatever capacity for quite some time. And she wanted to speak her piece, and she did, and it wasn't friendly. But you know, she's a woman, you know. You had my ex on, ain't no telling what the hell she say.
Right. How did you get in those Friday movies? Was that just an audition or just a phone call?
No, I auditioned, they called me, you know, from stand-up. Back then, man, the scouts and stuff for television and movies, they would go out. And then black comedy was so hot then, they'd go to the black comedy clubs in different cities. So it used to be a place here I used to go to, Comedy Act Theater. They came in there. Now, I had turned them down 3 or 4 times. People from BET had come in there and they were asking me
You're watching a clip, but this conversation goes.
I'll go file a police report. The police gonna laugh at me.
Yeah.
And you think that's right?
I don't think it's right, but that's the nature of men. The nature of y'all like to be grabbed. You told me you.
This is Victoria Everest. Victoria Everest is a certified regenerative health coach. She has over 700,000 followers on Instagram, where she teaches people how to eat clean, exercise, and be healthy. But Victoria is anything but clean. In fact, Victoria is probably one of the dirtiest human beings that you will ever meet.
Realizations. I think you shouldn't go past 31 doing the toxic stuff. Yeah, because there's too much energy there. That's what the therapist was saying yesterday. It's like,
you know what I noticed too when I seen this the first time? Filters is amazing. You could tell on this video that she get like a lot of work done on her face, whereas on Instagram I couldn't tell.
Really?
No, I couldn't tell on Instagram. She done came across my shit a few times, but I couldn't tell. Yeah, I didn't know she was getting stuff done.
is it not exhausting? And I'm like, it's not though. So you're gonna live. You've done for 5 years, certain men, you enjoy it, and you're gonna keep going. But the energy that you're putting into that, you could triple your income. You could be doing other things. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. Two, in all reality, you're killing yourself with a fake rape child. Can I tell you right? You have to put in energy to get a fake rape child, because if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you, and it'll be obviously they'll have medical. There's evidence. I've been in my clothes and back with like we had sex, yeah? And he's denying that he was even there. How can you do that if you got arrested in your house? No,
So what stood out to me was this time when I heard it, the whole she's 31. I didn't hear that the first time.
Oh, I didn't hear that neither. What stood out was she let the man come over and clap them cheeks, and then went and said that he raped her.
And then the other guy also said that she been doing this for 5 years. Like he said,
so it's an ongoing thing. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like at the point when he started to record, there was a previous conversation that kind of alludes to the fact that this might not have been like her first time manipulating men or like putting them in situations they didn't quite deserve. Maybe not to the extent of accusing them of rape, but certain things where it's like, yeah, you know you do me wrong, or if I feel like you do me wrong, then I'm gonna get back at you in the way I know how.
Oh, so she's just a walking bowl of revenge?
Maybe when it comes to men, that's what it sounds like. Like, you know, she felt wrong. If she felt wronged by you, then she's gonna get you back in the way that you got her, in a sense, you know?
You know what I think though? So I think that her and dude was messing around, and he was probably in a relationship, and she was a side chick. That's why he denied he was even there.
I said that she did say that he denied that he was even there. Like, why else would you deny that you would?
He didn't want his girl to find out.
One was for an occasion where he left. Yeah. The other time he was there, but he claimed that we didn't have sex, but there was evidence to say that we had. Alright, cool. You can. I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe. Yeah, but this is what I thought. This is what I was talking about. And then you know I hate him because he's so much like me that it annoys me. But your skill is that you can detect a victim you want and break them. That's what you do. You enjoy doing it.
She evil.
She said
she evil.
He said she don't like him because he's so much like me. She messing with her demon too. Maybe, and she's like, I'm gonna get him before his ass get me.
No. She's accustomed to victimizing dudes. She probably did whatever she did with this motherfucker. It didn't work. So she took it to the next step. I mean, he said it. He's like, yo, your talent is seeing the victim and then breaking them. So she probably tried to break him. She wasn't satisfied with the results. So she took it to the next step.
I think he was saying your talent is seeing victims and breaking them because of the conversation that they had previously when he was saying, you've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yeah, which means that she be victimized.
Maybe she do, but I think like it's kind of closer to what you said in the beginning. Like she was attracted to him because it's like, oh, this is a challenge. Like he got the same kind of energy that I have, but then she found out something about him that made her want to make him a victim. I don't think that like what did you just say?
I said she tried to victimize him. She tried to break him.
I don't think that she went into it trying to break him. I think like he quote unquote broke her first by maybe having a relationship that she didn't know about. He did something to trigger her to want to victimize him, to make him a victim. I don't think she went into it initially like, oh yeah, that's about to be my victim. I really think it was like, he tried me up and he is really like me. Now I really gotta victimize him. I don't think it was a situation where she was like, oh yeah, that's about to be my next victim. Ha ha ha.
I don't know, man. Based on how she talking, she does this.
But it's always a choice. It's always a choice. It's always, every time, all women, okay, but like what I'm saying is like, just because she does that don't mean she does it all the time. It's a choice on whether she wants to do that or whether she doesn't. I'm saying I feel like initially that wasn't her goal, but then something happened in their relationship or relations where she was like, oh, now I have to take it there. Like I want to get him back.
We can agree to disagree.
We can for sure.
I personally think that.
But that's not what you was just saying. So it's like we could agree, disagree, but you just said something different. You just got more
as I'm listening, you know what I'm saying? She didn't deny that like she victimizes niggas.
But why would she? She just told this man she wanted to accuse this man of rape. Why would she deny that she victimized men?
Yeah, but she would have came out and said, no, it's just this time because he did this.
But she wouldn't have said. Go ahead.
It's just this time because he did this, and I just really want to. She didn't do that. She was just listening. She did not interject. Like she did not interject and basically made herself seem like the total victim in this situation. This is just some like, or I wasn't satisfied with the results. I want to take it further.
It could have been she wasn't satisfied with the results of the ultimatum that she gave him from your first scenario about her finding out that like he had somebody else.
She's probably used to going into these situations where dudes is just on her, like they all about her, like, and when she's ready to cut it off, she cuts it off on her terms, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Because she's used to dudes just being on her clip like that. Mm-hmm. Cool. In this particular situation, this man has probably had a girl, or probably was messing with other women, broke her heart in some sensitive whatever, and she took it to the next step. Now, if there was none of that, I'm pretty sure, right, that somewhere or the other, he would have been the one heartbroken.
Right.
But because it happened to her, she took it to the next level.
Yeah.
She did this sound like a vindictive person who's not used to having a taste of their own medicine.
She said he's so much like me.
It doesn't mean you got victim. No, it doesn't. It just means
I've just got one over. That's
yeah,
all.
but it means you got this that you weren't able to hurt him. You pulled a fake. You know what I'm saying? So
that's still gonna hurt him in the head.
You said because you weren't able to hurt him, you did this.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, he will go out continuing to fuck up girls' lives, yeah? With an assault charge and a rape charge. He'll think twice about what he does next time when he meets the next girl.
Yeah, fair enough, but it's a fake rape charge. So what do you want from that?
The guy lies for a living. Let him have a taste of his own medicine. That's all.
It's different.
Let him continue lying for a living. That's what he does. He spins stories and sells dreams for a living. End of. So when a story spun on him, let him swallow that pill.
But I get your angle, but then you can't say you won or you was able
It's
to.
not a game. I'm done. I've pulled back. I've done what I've done. I've paid my move. I've moved on. Like.
But you weren't able to hurt. The way you usually like to hurt men, you weren't able to hurt him.
What I did was in the relationship, I continued.
You weren't able to hurt him the way you usually like to hurt men.
Mm-hmm.
She does this, bro. She got a taste of her own medicine. She went to the extreme. This is crazy. Like a rape charge is serious, bro. That's the rest of his life.
Do you understand now? Sometimes when I be like, I don't think that we should really promote the whole like spread your loin type thing to young men. You know, I'm not saying they have to be virgins and stuff like that, but it's dangerous.
Yeah, it's definitely females out here that be on that wild stuff. Yeah, that's a fact. It's definitely females out here that be on some vindictive, get a motherfucker back. It's so many stories of dudes. Like we hear athletes, we hear about athletes because those make it in the newspaper. Young athlete had a promising career because of one night with a young lady. Boom, career's done. He's sitting in jail.
I feel like this is a representation of like the world we living in now. Kind of even with like I don't know if y'all been following. It's like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B thing, right? But at the end of her tweet, she was saying like, they're black women, you know, Cardi will never call us monkeys and this, that, and the third again. So now it's like you rallying up.
She did that?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, let me tell y'all something, bro. Nah, I'm gonna say it. I'm not the biggest fan of Nicki Minaj. Like, it's just something about Nicki Minaj that always rubbed me the wrong way. Now, did she used to rap her ass off? Yes. But sometimes, bro, if you know your personality is a little wanky, just stay off social media.
Yeah, they have like audio of her from years ago saying she would never talk about people's kids because she's not a clown. Okay, boo boo, you a clown now?
Yes.
You said out your own mouth you wouldn't do it because you're not a clown, but you're doing clownish now. But what I was saying about the tweets is like she bullied Cardi, got that, you know, B started out of jealousy or whatever the case may be, to say she did it to show Cardi like, don't be calling women monkeys or whatever the case may be. And like this woman, she's saying like, oh, if I accuse him of rape, I bet you he would think twice about lying and manipulating other women. But it's just like, to me, that's not the truth. It is about you and how you were hurt. Because if you got away with what you wanted to do, you wouldn't care about the next woman. You wouldn't care about the next woman. That's a fact. So like, just stand on your vindictiveness and selfishness. Don't make it seem like you're doing this for other women to protect us because you're out for yourself.
That's a fact. She definitely did that for herself. It had nothing to do with protecting the next woman and making him think twice. No, bitch, your pussy was hurt. That's all.
But you know what's so crazy about this too, babe? I said this in like the baby shower we had. I don't think you remember it or whatever, but it was like, I think certain women, they could tell like within a less than 60-second span if they could like have you or not. Like when I say have you, I mean really like have
bend
you
to
wrapped around their finger type shit.
Yeah.
And it's up to us, because I don't think all women have it, but it's up to us to choose whether to use those powers for good or for bad. And sometimes for good means like leaving that man alone when you know like you're not even interested in him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you have that power and you have a dark energy in you, it excites you to see how far you could take things and do certain things.
Yeah.
But when you move like with a light about you, you like, oh, this could. I could mess this up for the next woman playing with this man's heart like that, which is why I'm not gonna do it. Like if you really wanted to protect other women, you wouldn't even went down that path, because like you said, she used him and, you know, being on her clit or whatever. So it's not your first like rodeo with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. It's just that one that didn't work in her favor.
But I'm saying she knows the power that she has. That's my point too. It's like, you know the power you have, and you chose this path to go down, and now it's the path that you comfortable and you used to going down. And now that this man, your friend is talking to you, trying to justify it, you're gonna bring in the other woman thing. Like that's not a girls kind of move. Because as a, you know, I'm older now, but like as a girl who like the movie Coming to America, like when men look at you like sunshine and you ain't even do nothing with them, you see quickly like, what is happening here? No, I don't even want to be a part of that. But that's a choice, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I could recognize that, but it's just like you going the opposite way with it. And like the same man that he's saying all that energy, like that's why I won't do it. Like it take a lot to stay in a high frequency. You get what I'm saying? So why would I divert my energy to something that's so low? And now, you know how long would it take me to recuperate from something like that? I mean, clearly she thrive off of shit like that. But
she an evil witch. She an evil
well,
witch.
You got good witches and bad witches, so
fellas, be careful out here. You know what I mean? Now, in a situation like that, I would say that when her things came up on my Instagram, because I've seen her before, like you said, you've seen her before. She did. You know, you could look at somebody, you can be like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you see these girls shaking their asses on the internet, and you be like, oh, okay.
You know, this how I felt. Like I felt two things. Like the first thing, when I used to see her come across my timeline, she would be selling like promoting fasting and eating healthy and telling about the benefits of certain fruits and vegetables and all those things, right? And I'm attracted to that. But then it's like, when I would look at her face, it would be like, and her breast, I just like, it's very plastic. So it's just like, you saying all this like, not like that, no hate, but it's like, you selling natural, wholesome, but you don't look like a natural, wholesome woman. You look like a sex symbol. And that's another thing. To me, it's like, it's levels. Everybody, I think you know this about like marketing. I'm not like a marketing genius, but she advertises to a certain kind of woman, right? And I feel like the type of woman she advertising to is like a woman who wants to be healthy, she wants to be beautiful, but she also wants to be the object of a man's desire. Because me, like, I want to be healthy, I want to stay beautiful, but I'm not necessarily trying to be the object of men's desire. So like the look that she had, it don't really appeal to me, because it's just like, it's not giving like natural beauty. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2 out of 3, but the third one is just as important as the other 2, because it's a level of integrity for you to have to like stand in your naturalness. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that speaks a lot about who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging people. Like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Cardi B. She got a whole bunch of work done, but I love her. But it's like, she's not selling holistic and natural things either. You get what I'm saying? So to me, something that was just off balance.
I think what you call it, that goes into like that victimizing people. I believe that she's marketing to women who have low self-esteem. And
Scott Jennings walked into what should have been a straightforward conversation about Hillary Clinton's Epstein testimony. But instead, Scott Jennings found himself in the middle of a panel that suddenly cares very deeply about an issue they weren't even discussing a year ago. Anyway, let's watch Scott Jennings keep pressing one simple question: why now? And watch the energy in the room completely shift. Let's go.
I never met Jeffrey Epstein, never had any connection or communication with him. I knew Ghislaine Maxwell casually as an acquaintance. But whenever they asked me, I did my very best to respond. We returned to answer questions repetitively, literally over and over again. I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times.
It's irrelevant what her opinion is on Jeffrey Epstein. I thought we were trying to find out whether people were involved in Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
That's right. And also they asked her about how she felt about her husband being with Epstein or on the plane. And she says, this isn't about my feelings. This is, I'm telling you what I know, and I don't know anything.
It is a question after this deposition, but even before this deposition, what is the point of bringing Hillary Clinton in to ask her about Jeffrey Epstein at all?
Well, I assume they thought maybe she might have some views on it. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein visited the Clinton White House 17 times. Her husband is in the files. He's in photos. I'm assuming she has an opinion about this, may have encountered some of these folks. Ghislaine Maxwell went to Chelsea Clinton's wedding. So, look, I'm not sure what she had to say. My understanding is we're going to get to see the tapes of both of them, and then we'll find out what they know. But I take her at her word that she claims she didn't know him, and the real meat of this week will probably come tomorrow when they get Bill Clinton under oath.
Why is
on one side you have to say Hillary Clinton shouldn't be showing up because that's purely political. She's already said she has no connection and she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, well, Donald Trump has said exactly the same thing. He hasn't done anything wrong. And all we've heard for the last year is these implications that because his name is in the files that he somehow did something wrong, he committed a crime, except no one's actually telling us what the crime was.
They're holding back all the files that have his name.
I think that's absurd because
I think everybody is tired of the political games. The people are just tired of this. I mean, why would you question Hillary Clinton in the first place? Why are you not questioning the Secretary of Commerce who says, I wouldn't go near that disgusting guy, and then it turns out he did go to the island?
Why did you not ask those questions for the 4 years in which you had control in
I was never
White
paying
House?
attention to this issue. I have to be honest. It was not a big issue. And it's become because
why now?
It's not a big issue. You've never heard me talk about it before.
You seem pretty passionate.
Because I'm here tonight to talk about this issue, and I'm disgusted by the fact that the American people don't know who to trust about anything.
What did you think about when your colleague Ro Khanna went down to the House floor and doxed 4 people who apparently had nothing to do with this whatsoever. Did you think that was a good use of time?
I actually didn't know that it happened.
There are hundreds of thousands of. But hold on, I've heard this being brought up.
I stopped the first clip specifically at that point for a reason. Did you hear at the very end someone go, ugh? That's Lee McGowan. She's fast becoming one of the most annoying people on this show. I just had to point out what a ridiculous child she is in a professional debate panel setting. Here's what jumped out immediately when I first saw this. Hillary Clinton steps forward to declare that she never knew Jeffrey Epstein. Fine. And Scott said he'd take her at her word. I mean, come on. But I guess for the sake of making my point, I'll have to say something I never thought I'd say. We'll take Hillary Clinton at her word. It just feels wrong. Timing is everything in politics. The person whose name people actually associate with this story isn't speaking first. His spouse is. Oh yeah, and then obviously the other thing that was hilarious is this stupid Democrat congressman says the quiet part out loud. He wasn't paying attention to this issue for years, but now he's outraged for some reason. When something didn't matter while your party had power, but becomes urgent the moment it can damage your opponent, that's not accountability, it's opportunity. And of course, Scott will keep calmly asking the question nobody wants to answer. Why now? Back to it.
And frankly, I'm not understanding what the argument is. Are those people in the Epstein files?
Yeah, that's part of the point.
Victims? Are they victims of Jeffrey Epstein?
They're victims of Ro Khanna.
So, no, are they victims of Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't think so.
So what does the law say about whether or not their names ought to be redacted in the files?
It has nothing to do with redactions. It has to do with the fact that a member of Congress went down and doxed people who did nothing wrong and had nothing to do with it.
First of all, the use of
you're decrying politics. You're decrying politics.
What is that? Guys, one second.
Why are we having this back and forth? I mean, the reality is we know that Jeffrey Epstein did some really bad stuff. We know there are millions of files that have not been released. We know there are millions of files that have redactions that don't make any sense. Why can't we just get to the basic facts of the situation? Why do we have to play the game? Ro Khanna,
because
Hillary
these guys
Clinton,
are running cover. That's why they're running cover. There are hundreds of thousands of documents naming people, including the people that Ro Khanna said on the floor.
Are you accusing
names
is not doxing.
Are you accusing?
I mean, it is not doxing. Let me just make this point. It is not doxing to name a person. That is not what doxing is. That's the first thing. The second thing is, there are a lot of people who are innocuous people in the Epstein files. Unfortunately, Congress passed a law that says that unless they are victims, there is no justification to withhold their names. So to those gentlemen, unfortunate that they are being brought up. If they're innocent, fine. That's fine. But there's no legal requirement to withhold their names, and in fact, withholding their names is probably a violation of the law. So I don't understand that whole argument from the beginning. And secondly, there is so much outrage about revealing the names of random men and zero outrage about revealing the names of actual victims. That actually happened in the Epstein files. Why is there no outrage about that?
I don't know why you're saying there's no outrage. I mean, I was on the show when that had happened, like the day after, or a couple days after, and we all were on the same exact page that it shouldn't have happened. The problem was when you're pushing to get millions of documents out there, mistakes unfortunately get made. That is the reality. It is true. It's not something any of us want. No one wants to see any of these victims have anything other than justice. But this idea that there was no outrage, I don't think that that's accurate. To the point of the implication of the individuals who were named, it's not so much that they were named. To your point, and it's valid, and I hope everyone understands this, there are people who are named who have literally nothing to do with anything tied to even the rumor of a crime in those files. But Ro Khanna and some others decided to go out there and imply that, wow, look what we just found. We found co-conspirators. We got people.
These people are ridiculous. Scott points out that Ro Khanna named private individuals. Instead of answering the hypocrisy question, the conversation shifts to definitions.
See right here. We've got a Spanish-speaking male, lacerations through the throat, and looks like he was.
I think he's trying.
With men that I just watched go up there, they all come down off the shuttle looking sad in the eyes. All of them wearing Sean John, looking oily.
Things are still operating there. things are still moving right along. Was Epstein Island ever raided?
Terrence Howard has seemingly blown everything wide open, with his claims now corroborating that both Diddy and Epstein may have had a lot more in common than we realize. In one recent interview, Terrence Howard shockingly revealed that Diddy once invited him over for a very peculiar reason. At first, it sounded professional. Diddy asked him to help with acting. Later, he asked to hear his music, but Terrence said something felt off. He said Diddy would just sit there watching him instead of engaging with any of the material.
Invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there, just looking at him, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to, That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh.
This is as fine a military era that we've had in American history. It's all volunteers using technology and weaving it together.
It's truly an extraordinary string of wins for sure. And I know you'll be covering all of this on One Nation tonight, and we will be watching it. Thank you so much, Brian. Great to see you, as always.
Thanks so much. See you at 10, Charlie.
So the possibility for regime change hits home for our next guest, whose family fled Iran. Stay right there.
I'm the op right now. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. And I've been in the streets all 14 years old. I always grew up taking I always been the problem. But you grow and develop. You grow out of certain type of I have a little girl, a mother. I ready to pursue my dreams. I'm out the street, getting them with the music. I got a lot of videos I've been recently dropped over the last couple of months. I write a song straight from the heart, straight from the street, where I'm at every day. I'm here for a reason. God got me here, and I ain't going nowhere on everything. I ain't going nowhere. I'm supposed to be great.
A few weeks before Christmas, in the Crichton neighborhood.
Mobile 911, what's your emergency?
Somebody done got shot. You hear me? Somebody's laying in this road. I need to police somebody here. That's a good man.
Police are on their way.
Down in the street, dead.
Case.
What's up?
We respond to a shots fired call.
I do. Dang, but his name won't come to me. You dealt with him.
That is Antonio Road. Yeah, that's Antonio Road. Wow.
26-year-old Antonio Rowe Jr. was born and raised in Mobile and was a rising star in the local rap scene. He leaves behind his mother, his father, 7 siblings, and a 5-month-old daughter.
He's a known drug dealer. I was the initial detective on the Pride gas station case in May.
6 months ago, Antonio and his cousin were shot outside a gas station. Antonio suffered 3 gunshot wounds, but his cousin was killed.
I told him in May at the hospital that this was going to happen to him if he didn't stop. It's just sad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a vicious cycle. His father was involved in drugs and was killed. I saw him take his last breath. And now I'm investigating his son's homicide.
5 years ago, while Rogers was in patrol, Antonio's stepfather was murdered in a drug deal gone bad.
The drug gang only end in two ways. You know, that's jail, you know, or the grave. What was he hit at?
He was hit in the outside right thigh. That's the round that probably killed him.
Antonio was shot 3 times in the leg, back, and hand.
The victim didn't have a gun.
Beside him, detectives find a 9mm gun.
How many fire cartridges were there? 1, 2, 3, 14, 15, 16, 17. Damn.
The casings are all 223s.
Looks like a rifle of some sort was used. We have some money spread out. Pieces of torn money.
You shot the car pretty bad.
Inside the silver Nissan,
That's what he was selling.
Ooh, that's that stinking.
detectives find a bag containing marijuana.
That's probably his phone.
And Antonio's cell phone.
He was most likely out here to do a dope deal.
So, just a real quick rundown. We interviewed a lady.
Sergeant Nick Crapeau and Detective Kiki Taylor spoke to the 911 caller.
She looked out the window and saw a victim and a dude in a tan jacket standing there talking. The victim was leaned against a blue Suburban, and the other dude was just kind of in the street.
Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Doug. I'm reading the
Hey,
text.
Doug. Good morning. Yeah, I got a good bit of water on the floor this morning in front of the dishwasher.
The right side or left side?
I don't know. I just put towels down last night for just because I had a feeling or something, and I put towels down, and I couldn't tell where it was. It just went all over the towels.
Oh, we don't know if could it be both sides?
It looked like it because all of it was wet, and it was even wet over going toward like the sink and all that. So I don't know where it's at. I just know it's just leaking.
Okay. I done cut that gasket as far as I can cut. I'm gonna have to get another one.
Well, I know, but I don't know what's causing it. Is it just that, or is it something else?
It's the only thing that's supposed to keep it in. How long did it hold since I've been gone? I mean, what, 2 days?
It leaked a little bit. It leaked a little bit the night before. I come up there and I saw that it was some on there. I couldn't tell because I didn't know. So then last night I said, okay, I'm just gonna put some towels down. And I did.
When you opened the door, did it look like something chewing on it like we found before?
No, there's nothing there. There's no the gasket to even chew on it.
It doesn't look like nothing chewed on it or anything.
No.
Right. The gasket's job is to keep the water in. That's the only thing keeping the water in. But by the fact I cut it twice, I'm gonna have to order another one.
But Doug, is there anything in the door itself?
No.
A hose or what?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, remember that little plastic piece at the bottom you asked me about? It's all directed to go back into the base of the tub. The only thing that's keeping the water in the dishwasher is the gasket. Nothing else.
Okay.
But by the fact I cut it twice, I've got to get another one.
Okay.
And then I'll call you back when I got another one because it's the only thing. If there was anything else, I would be attacking it. But there's nothing between the door and the gasket to keep the water in. The gasket is lined up with the door to seal it in as you close it, and that's it. It's so simple, but obviously it's becoming complicated.
Yep. I don't know what to do, like I said, but because I didn't put the pan down there last night. I just,
So right now, it's leaking, correct?
Yeah, it's leaking.
Real bad?
I don't know, right or left or whatever, because I didn't have a pan to put down there.
Is it? Would you say it's worse than before?
Oh no, it's about the same.
Okay. I just have to get another gasket. There's nothing more I can do with it. Unless I got another. Because I don't cut off. If I cut any more, it's just going to leak more. Because I cut it as best I could. Something was chewing on it at the base of the door, but I can't cut it anymore. It's going to leak.
Okay.
So I'll call you when the gasket come in.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Be careful. Are you still in North Carolina?
No, I'm on 20 just outside Augusta coming on in.
Okay, be careful.
All right.
All right, thanks.